Right. Good afternoon, everyone. So we are back in action with options full force. I was banking on price action being good after FOMC. Futures was okay. It wasn't terrible, but options was fantastic. This was my greenest morning that I've had in weeks, a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe. I don't know. Took two trades. Both of those trades went well over 100% gains. And I'm going to go over the analysis behind both of those trades. Uh, This morning I made a huge error though, and it was completely accidental. I'm going to pretend like it didn't really happen when I do my analysis, but I entered the wrong ticker. I entered the wrong contracts, and I don't think I've done that in a long time. Anyways, pre-market analysis, we were super bullish overnight, but we pulled back. Now we're in demand. My personal sentiment is pretty neutral at the moment. But the market opens, and opens pretty bearish. This is the nearest pivot on ES here. ES on the left, NQ at the right. Kind of forgot that earlier this morning. And this is bearish. I can't get triggered in, though. I need one more oscillation. So we bounce. Now, I'm willing to enter if NQ truly stays weaker than ES, because, sorry, look, I'm already messing it up again. I don't know what it is with this morning. This is ES, this is NQ. If ES remains weaker than NQ, I'm willing to enter SPX puts half size. If NQ comes up, sweeps this high, then pulls back. And the reason it's only half size because I don't know if ES is going to need to sweep a higher high, or if NQ is going to need supply, or maybe we put in another oscillation because we are in demand, right? So that's my kind of plan initially. And I'm targeting this NQ low here, and then these pivots below. Now the next candle happens and I fill. What I thought was ES, I don't know why. NQ swept this high. As you can see, ES is a lot weaker. I enter puts here. Now, keep in mind, I thought, for whatever reason, I just thought this chart was NQ. I don't know why. ES has always been on the left. I'm pretty sleep deprived. Maybe that had to do with it. I really don't know what it is. So I actually entered QQQ puts, half size. But all of my analysis was done on the ES chart because I thought this was NQ, right? So I'm supposed to be in SPX. It didn't end up making a difference. I made a little bit more money because it was QQQ, but I missed out on some very mild tax savings. But anyways, NQ gets a supply. I'm like, okay, NQ's in supply. The second ES, and again, I thought this was NQ. The second it sweeps this higher high, I'm going to take my average down because I'm expecting this to reject supply. And yeah, so I'm half size currently. That's perfect double top. Can't have that. Boom, there it is. Right when it swept the high, I took my average down. So now I'm in this trade, my normal full size. As you guys know, yesterday I traded very light. That's why I didn't really do an options review, nor the day before. But now I'm in this trade, full size, normal trade, and I'm thinking I'm in SPX. I'm actually in QQQ, and I actually had a pretty dang good average on QQQ because that's just the way it was. I filled higher on both of these entries. So anyways, we dumped, and luckily NQ became pretty much weaker. And yeah, it turned into a great trade. I sold it here. It's pretty much sold it, not even on this reversal candle, a little bit before it, once it reaches deeper demand. It did great. This was a super easy win. Just that mistake there kind of screwed me up. But yeah, I got 111% gains on this trade. And now we're in demand. We don't really have any big pivots here, but we're in heavy demand on the NASDAQ. This is gorgeous supply to demand price action, and I'll be doing that masterclass next weekend. So if you guys are interested in early sign up, DM me at Bryce Trades, or just leave a comment on this video if you do. Honestly, I don't check comments though. I'm not really big on YouTube. I just do this so people know why I do what I do. So Discord's the best. And don't DM my bot, DM Bryce Trades. And if you can't DM me, that means your DMs are turned off. So, but all right. I'm thinking about a reversal trade here. We did get a volume spike in demand. That's the first part of demand confirmation. Now we just need a confirmed trend reversal out of it. This is looking really good. Right here, it looks like NQ is kind of bouncing a little bit stronger, but I want just a little bit more, and I get it here. I fill my QQQ calls here. This was glorious. I'm just looking for supply, really. I'm looking for supply at the moment, but if we want to pull back to demand, I did save buying power to add if we pull back to demand. Otherwise, I want to average up. This was glorious. Now we started pulling back. I'm bullish for ES to get back up to this high right here. And I said, if we invalidate this pullback, and specifically I said, if we get back over 24,680, so roughly where my crosshair is here, I will re-add what I trimmed plus a little bit more, right? So that's the plan. Unfortunately, I didn't go all the way back to full size or above that size because it barely closed above 680. But we ended up bouncing back and I filled it right here. So I re-added to this position right here, which brought my average up. But NQ looked great. It was strong. I was assuming that's probably going to get to this high. And yeah, when it got to this high, I sold most, kept a runner position open in case it wanted to go on and break supply. And it did go on to achieve great things. I sold it, sold my runners right when it got this supply. I did, on that runner position, I did 157% gains is what it got, but it got all the way to like 260%. So it went absolutely nuts. And that concluded my options trading for the day. A very easy day. The first trade was a mix of bearish consolidation on NQ and supply with, just a liquidity sweep trade, just a trend trade, liquidity momentum trade to this pivot. And this trade was just simply a textbook demand trade. We had the volume spike in demand. We had the confirmation of a reversal. It was strong. We had a nearby supply PT, which ended up getting extended out. It was just a really solid trade. So that was my morning. 100% massive wins. And it feels awesome because, it's been like a week and a half of kind of crappier win rates, barely green, barely red, very choppy market opens. But like I tell you guys, if we don't open super choppy, I'll probably find a way to make money because my strategy usually allows it. But unfortunately, the last week and a half, the morning has been very choppy. And one of the biggest reason why I trade the market open is because it's not choppy, usually. Now, one thing to keep in mind is I did send out a TA alert. I'm bullish for this perfect double top here. And at the time of this recording, this perfect double top is still intact. It never broke, surprisingly. So we still have this perfect double top on ES. So hopefully tomorrow I'm able to take advantage of that breaking or at some point in the future, whether it's options or futures trading. But all right, with that being said, does anyone have any questions regarding my options trades? Because like always, this is recorded and I will be posting this to YouTube, so I'll be ending the recording if no one has any questions. One person typing at the moment, I'll let them type. EH, you have me on the edge of my seat, dude. No, great day. All right. Well, I'm going to end this recording here. I'll let you guys know when it's on its way to YouTube. And yeah, fantastic, freaking fantastic morning. It was long overdue. And we'll pray that we can finish this week equally strong. But all right, I'll wrap up this recording here. And like I said, I'll let you guys know when it's posted.